Hey everyone, it's your friend Thinknoodles, and welcome to this week's episode of Ask Thinknoodles. First, I want to apologize. I know it's Tuesday, not Monday, and yesterday was a holiday here in the US, so I spent the day with my wife, and I didn't have a chance to do the Ask Thinknoodles video. Please take a second to like this video and subscribe to my channel. These Ask Thinknoodles videos take me about 3 or 4 hours, and today's is going to take me about 5.5 because I already recorded this once and I used the wrong microphone and the audio was terrible. And since I think that my audio is really the only value in these videos, I didn't want to give you guys a poor quality video. So I am re-recording this after having done this for about an hour before because I made so many mistakes. So please like this video and subscribe to my channel. Really appreciated. Now, on to the questions. The first question is by Cupcake and Tech, and he asks, can I be the first question? And you know the answer to that. Joel Barter is asking about last week's Ask Thinknoodles video and asks, what server were you on when you posted this? I was on Icicle. I'm always on Icicle when it's Club Penguin. The next two questions ask about the end of last week's video where I cut off the answer to the question, and it was a hypothetical question because I'm obviously not the most subscribed person on YouTube, and I really don't know the answer to how I became popular. I just do what I do, and it turns out that people kind of like it, so I just keep doing what I'm doing. The N124 asks, may you answer this question no? I don't really know what you want me to do here. Do you want me to answer the question or do you want me to answer it with a no? So I guess I can do both by just saying no. The next person asks if I wear glasses. No, I do not wear glasses. The next couple of people refer to my age, like Monster Witch CP that asks if I'm 80, and most people say, you're kind of old, why do you play this game? And I play them for the same reason you guys do. I have fun with them, and the minute I stop having fun, I'll stop playing, but I don't think that's happening anytime soon. Walkthroughs Too Many 2 asks, what inspired you to make cheats? I got inspired by a YouTuber named PO Gamer who is like you. He makes cheats that are really funny, just like yours, and is really a person to look up to. He's also elderly. I don't think I'm elderly, maybe compared to some people like yourself. I'm a little bit older, but I wouldn't consider myself elderly. The reason I started making cheats videos is because I already had a few cheats websites and I had a bunch of scattered channels all over YouTube and none of them were really working that well. So I thought, you know what, let's just put them all together, do a few videos, see what happens, and if people like it, I'll continue. And it turns out the people really did. Mickey the Cool Hero asks, do you like Sonic characters? Do you mean Sonic the Hedgehog characters? I haven't played a Sonic game in a really long time. Do I get bored when I'm on YouTube for 3 to 5 hours? Yeah, you know, if I'm on YouTube for too long, my eyes start to glaze over and I don't really find much of anything entertaining. So yeah, I do get bored. TechBot Network asks, what would your wife say if you went bald? Goodbye? Blazer19784 asks, have you ever had any other pet besides your dog? Yeah, I had dogs growing up and even in college, and before I had this dog, I had a Chinese water dragon. Kirby1781 asks, how many puffles do you have? I actually only have the one brown puffle. HackedGamer101 asks, if you had to pick a favorite Mario character out of Luigi, Mario, and Bowser, who would it be? I would have to say Mario because most of the games I've played, you end up playing as Mario as the character, so I'm really familiar with Mario. MSN08512 asks, what is your longest walkthrough? At this point, it is Ghost Story, but from what I understand, it's going to be Steamworks. So the next two questions ask me about my body type, and they both ask, are you fat? And no offense, but are you fat? And I want to warn you guys about asking people like that. I'm not fat. I was a skinny kid growing up. I'm still pretty skinny, so I don't take any offense to it. But if I were a little chubby and you asked me, are you fat? I would take it offensively because I've been called that my whole life. And even though you're just asking for an informational purpose, heavier people sometimes see that as accusatory because they already have a negative connotation with the word fat. So in the future, when you ask someone that, the best thing might be is, what's your body type? Because that's not making any accusations and it's purely out of curiosity like the other question, but it doesn't have the word fat in it. Antzeg asks, what type of website do you use? WordPress webs, I don't know anything else. I actually do use WordPress, but it's a self-hosted blog. It's not on WordPress webs. CP Rare member account asks, why don't you have some Club Penguin giveaways like coin codes and membership codes? I usually do during our parties, and since we're having a party soon, I will have giveaways for both. Dynamite Texas asks, what's your favorite city? Well, couldn't be anything other than the city I live in, New York City. Computer Geek Smart says, why are you so awesome? I didn't think I was awesome before I started these videos, but since everybody likes me so much, I actually might be kind of awesome. Are you older or younger than your wife? I am older than my wife. Can you be even awesomer? I don't even know if that's possible. Well, I think once I start adding Minecraft to the mix, I might even get awesomer. Crazy Pie 1985 asks, what is your favorite toy? Batman, Club Penguin toys, Poptropica toys, or you don't have any toys because you are 50? Hey, I'm not 50. I'm not even close to 50. Well, I might be closer to 50 than you are to my age, but I do have toys, but they're mostly electronic toys. The next person asks if I have the Puffalaunch app. I do have the Puffalaunch app. And as far as the 2 songs that Club Penguin has released, I didn't buy either one. And it's not that I didn't like the songs. I just heard so much of The Party Starts Now at the other party that it was stuck inside my head for so long that I'm afraid if I listen to it again, I might never get it out. Isaac Caballero asks, will you attempt Slender? You know, I tried it a few days ago during the day, and my apartment's pretty bright, and I have a glossy screen, and as you know, Slender is a really dark game, so all I could really see was myself reflected in my black screen, and I didn't even find a single page, and it took about 15 minutes before the Slender Man appeared, so it was a really boring gameplay, so I didn't upload it or anything, but I'm gonna play it again at night, and if it ends up being a cool gameplay, I will upload it to my channel. Blazer19784 asks, did Grazer subscribe to you, and did you subscribe to him, her? Yes, we mutually subscribe to one another. Ian2231 asks, do you like Harry Potter? Yes, I do, and I've read all of the books multiple times. Then he asks, what's your favorite movie? And the last time I did this with my wrong microphone, I couldn't come up with an answer for my favorite movie, and I still can't, but I can come up with a group of movies that are my favorites, and those are any movie by Pixar. The King277 CP Cheat asks, what is your favorite sport, either to watch or play? I'm gonna go with the watch, and on TV, I really like watching NBA basketball. My favorite team is the LA Lakers. And watching live, I love watching ice hockey live. I live very near to Madison Square Garden, so I can watch the Rangers play, and if you've never been to a live hockey game, I really suggest you go. It is so much fun in person. The next person asks, is your name Justin because we saw your name at the membership episode? If that's really your name, what will you react? Yes, it is Justin. I think I've said that once or twice in my Ask Think Noodles videos, and I'm okay with you guys knowing my name. J Michael 3CP says, please show my name. I'm sending a PM for Ask Think Noodles just so I can include a link. There's a huge bug on Poptropica. You might want to see it. Show the picture, please. Oh, I lost the picture. Okay, well, I'm showing your question anyway. So the next 2 are sort of related, and they're about the bald thing, and someone asked, how did that come up? How did it start? XX Toy Soldier CP started it. As the Get My Point says, this is going to make you cry. The guy who made the bald thing quits YouTube and CP. And that was kind of true over the last few weeks. I hadn't seen him at all. Until recently. He is back, and I am not crying because the baldness is in the building. The Jake Show 2 asks, are you ever going to do a live stream? Yes, absolutely. I will do live streams as soon as YouTube enables my account for live streaming. Club Penguin Goku 61201 asks, can you Grazer? I don't think Grazer would really appreciate me him, so I don't think so. The next 2 questions are from someone on Poptropica Cheats. They don't have a YouTube account, so they asked there. First, how many seconds are you on a computer per day? I'd say I'm on a computer about 10 hours a day, and there's 60 minutes in an hour, so that's 600 minutes, and 60 seconds in a minute, so that's 36,000 seconds. I don't have a Nintendo DS, and the next 2 are about Counterfeit Island and Captain Think Noodles. I think I said it before on the most recent Captain Think Noodles episode, but I never ever complete the island first and then do a road to Captain Think Noodles. That defeats the purpose entirely. You may see the walkthrough before the Road to Captain Think Noodles videos because I upload the Captain Think Noodles videos as private and then make them public as time goes on. Whereas the walkthrough video, as soon as I upload it, I make it public. So sometimes the Road to Captain Thinknoodles videos will be queued up, especially the case with Astronauts, as it was like 12 parts. So it may have looked out of order a bit, but it wasn't. If you were bald and stuck in an empty room with nothing in it, and no doors and no people, nothing but yourself, what would you do? Well, I would try and entertain myself by rubbing my bald head until it squeaked and made some weird kind of music. Doesn't your wife yell at you for playing kiddie games and to get a real job? No, she doesn't. She's really cool about it, and she's actually envious that I get to sit home and have fun and play games while she has to go to work. Yes, I'm going to do a Road to Captain Thinknoodles for every single island, and I have an iMac. William Wu asks, did you have girlfriends in high school? Well, William, that's a sore subject with me. Maybe a surprise to all of you, but Thinknoodles was not the ladies' man in high school. I had pretty severe asthma and allergies as a very young kid, so I was on medication for most of my adolescence, and that delayed my growth spurt. So I didn't break 100 pounds until I was about 16 years old. So I was a scrawny little skinny short kid through most of high school. And most of the girls liked guys who played sports. And unfortunately, I was so undersized that I couldn't qualify for any of the sports. So I just had a group of friends, maybe about 4 or 5 of them, and we just hung out every day and got in lots of trouble, as you guys found out in the last episode. I got my first serious girlfriend my second year in college. J Rabbit Rocks asked, did you and Grazer divorce? Well, in order to be divorced, we'd have to be married first. And as you know, one of the episodes of Ask Thinknoodles is Grazer is not my wife. Cotton Candy 101 asks, if you were a girl, would you rather have the username Pink Noodles or Think Poodles? That's creative. I like that. I think I would rather have the username Pink Noodles because I like noodles better than poodles, and Pink Noodles has the word noodles in it. How old am I? Let's see, 101 must be a clue. So you're either 101 or you were born on January 1st, 2001 or 1901. How old are you? Are you older than me? Have I ever played The Sims? Yes, I have, but not enough to get completely addicted to it like my brother-in-law is. The next person asks, since you won't be our dad, can you be our Uncle Justin? Sure, why not? Jose Carbajal asks, if your Club Penguin and Poptropica characters are hanging from a cliff and you can only save one, who will you pick? Wow, I really like the way my Poptropica avatar looks, but then my penguin has so many friends. I'm imagining them both, my Poptropica character hanging by his fingers and my penguin hanging by his flippers, and I don't know which one I would pick. Let me ask you guys this question. If you saw both Thinknoodles, my Poptropica avatar and my penguin hanging from the cliff, who would you save? The Spoon asks, what was the most embarrassing moment in your life? Now, I already told this story once, and I hate to have to tell it again, but the show must go on, and I screwed up the microphone, so I'm telling it again. So when I was in college, I started distance running. Not marathon, but I was getting close to half marathons. And one day, I decided I was going to take a 10-mile run. But I wanted to eat before, so I went out to a Thai restaurant with my friends right before I went running. Not recommended. So about 2.5 miles into the run, my stomach sort of tied itself up, and it got really upset. And instead of deciding, I should probably turn back around because I'm only 2.5 miles in, it's not going to take me that long to get back, and I'll be safe, I decided, you know what? I'm tough. I can run through this. It'll settle down. Also, not recommended. Just around after 4 miles, I realized I had a problem. And that problem was I knew I had to turn around and get home as quickly as possible. But I also knew that no matter how fast I ran, it would not be fast enough. Also, back in those days, cell phones were pretty big, so you didn't run with them. So I couldn't call anyone. My only option was to grab the city bus. And so I got on the bus, and I noticed on the bus schedule that although it was going to be quicker than me running the 4 miles back, it wasn't much quicker. But I figured if I sat still and squeezed as tight as I could make it home. I was wrong. About 7 or 8 minutes away from the stop, I realized that I wasn't going to be able to make it. So I moved to another chair and tried with all my might to be discreet and hold as much as I could. I was doubled over in pain, and everyone could tell that there was something very, very wrong with me, so they left me alone. But I feel sorry for everyone because I did not make it home. So the last few minutes of that bus ride were horribly embarrassing because everyone could pretty much tell where the smell was coming from. And then my walk home from the bus stop while I was holding my shorts was also very, very embarrassing because I didn't want anything running down my leg. And I remember it vividly and not very fondly. I don't know why my stories are all about poop, but there you go. Ariana the Obvious asks, why did you sneak into my house and make out with my coffee table, dude? Okay, where did this rumor come up that I like to make out with furniture? Furniture doesn't talk, so I know that it isn't telling you, so come on. Who told you? Addison Tingle asks, who would win, a robotic Bigfoot or a two-headed dinosaur? A robotic Bigfoot, for sure. And yes, you can be on my channel, you're on right now. Am I gonna have a birthday party soon on Club Penguin? No, I'm not, because it's not anywhere near my birthday. Gravity235 asks, oh, do you like hairy salad plus bald, thinking noodles of baldness and orange juice with chocolate? I really want to see you tasting this mix. Well, after telling you the Thai food story, I should also mention that just before I started the previous video, which at this point is about an hour and 45 minutes ago, I had some really spicy Indian food. And thinking of eating all that stuff you just said, paired with the Indian food and the story about the Thai food, not doing great things for my stomach. Ali Webb asks, if you had to drink something, would you drink pickle juice, hicka-bicka-bucka juice, or bald juice? Would hicka-bicka-bucka juice settle my stomach? Because right now, that's what I need. Ugh. The CB Cheats 121 asks, do you think bald centipedes will take over the world and eat us all? Oh, I don't think it's the bald centipedes we need to worry about. I think it's the vampire tapeworms. They're gonna get us. Delicious Chalk 2012 asks, what would you do for a bald monkey sandwich? How much do you like bald monkey sandwiches? Am I obsessed with bald monkey sandwiches? Did you know I asked questions about bald monkey sandwiches? Is this the 5th question about bald monkey sandwiches? Are bald monkey sandwiches bald monkey sandwiches? How much do you like my bald monkey sandwiches? Answer all these for a bald monkey sandwich. Up for it? Okay, you answered all these. Did you know I lied about giving you a bald monkey sandwich? Congratulations, you just asked 8 questions in a row with the phrase bald monkey sandwiches in it. Not bad. CP Insider Cheats says, there's a little birdie that keeps telling me Thinknoodles is a pie flavor. Are you pie? No, I'm not equivalent to 3.14159265359. Are you? Baby Naps 21 asks, would you rather have a sheep monkey as a pet or a Unipegasaurus as a pet? Oh, you made this too easy. I love dinosaurs, so Unipegasaurus all the way. Walkthroughs Too Many 2 asks, my question is 3 of these. Does your wife even know you make videos? And if she does she know it's about Club Penguin and Poptropica? Yes, she knows about my videos, and yes, she knows they're about Club Penguin and Poptropica. In fact, she was here in the house while I was narrating the Lunar Colony videos. And if you listen really closely on certain parts of the bonus walkthrough, you can hear her moving dishes in the kitchen. Second, he says, today I was really bored, so I walked around New York and I started planking on some police cars. Then I walked over to her house and peeked in the window. I did this because I heard a noise. I saw a guy on the toilet who was eating noodles. And his wife was nagging, he had a beard. And his poo smelled fairly disgusting. Was that you? Well, that's a very accurate description of me and my wife and my noodles and my toilet. But I live in an apartment on a pretty high floor, so I don't think that it was me unless you were hanging on the outside of the building. The next person asks, you found 2 dogs. One dog likes noodles, and the other dog likes bald people. Which one would you get? You can't pick both. While you would think this would be a difficult question for me to answer, it's very, very easy. You see, I love noodles and I love bald people. A dog that likes noodles would be competition for the noodles that I want to eat. So I wouldn't want that, would I? But a dog that likes bald people would actually drag me over to bald people, which I like, and the dog likes, and I don't have to eat them, so it would be a win-win. Blazer19784 asks, why didn't you come to my bald dog frog noodle party? It was full of noodles. I missed a bald dog frog noodle party? Why didn't you tell me? LPS Lily J asks, think noodly. Would you rather eat toenails off my dad's feet? They are dry and his toenails are crooked. Or eat toe jam? Oh, God, that makes my stomach hurt even more. You know, I'm not a person who's really afraid of feet or thinks they're disgusting. I think they're just feet. But the image that you just brought up in my head, oh, that makes me hate feet. BunnyXCP asks, who am I? You are BunnyXCP? Next you ask, can you ask questions on WI and CPI? I'm not sure what you mean, but I do want the questions all asked on the Ask Think Noodles video, so it's easier for me to put them together. Then you ask, does this ever end? I got you guys. It's not ending this time. I know you guys all expected it to end then, and that's why I didn't end it, because that is too predictable. Next question. Delicious Chalk 2012 asks, Think Noodles, do you love me? Yes, I love you, and I love all my subscribers. Mickey Chan X says, part 2, I don't know where part 1 is. Here's a glass of noodle juice. Okay, what does rhetorical mean? Is that a rhetorical question? Can you whistle through your nose? If you can, that's nasty. Good, because I couldn't, and so it's not nasty. Do you play an instrument? I consider my voice an instrument. No, I'm just kidding. I used to play saxophone when I was in high school, but I haven't played it in years. Can you play the harp while singing a high C while dancing on top of a donkey that is eating some yam or yarn? I don't know what this YouTube font. Is it yam or yarn? Can you guys see that? Since my singing voice is terrible, I probably couldn't hold a high C. I could just pluck the strings on a harp and stand on top of a donkey. I don't know if I could make him eat yarn or a yam though. Can I answer all of your questions? I think I just did. Why aren't you famous yet? I don't know. Can you hug an orange panda? I've never seen an orange panda, but I assume if I found one, I could hug it. Do I watch the Olympics? Yes, I did. Can I run for 20 minutes straight? Yes, I can. When do I wake up in the morning? Around 4 o'clock. And I should buy a pet dog named Rufus. Can you tell me what kind of dog Rufus is? Do you fart a lot? Well, that depends on what I eat. And like I said before, I had Indian food now around 2 hours ago. It was really spicy. And to answer your question, I'll just put it this way. I think it's time for me to go. Please like this video and subscribe to my channel if you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to ask your question in the comments below so I have something to answer next week. There are more questions that I didn't get to this week, and again, I'm really sorry about that. I'll see you guys again soon, and as always, thanks for watching.